Good morning, guys. My name is Rahul Thabamagar, and today I am presenting data communication lecture from GlowSign Academy. Data communications, we will be covering some topics of data communications. For example, definition of data communication, the elements of data communications, then after that data transmission methods, then how many modes are there in data communications. We'll be talking about some medias that are used in data communications. Then after that we'll be talking about the types of the medias. Similarly, we'll be talking about some terms on this lesson. So first of all, let me introduce what is data communication. Data communications refers to the transfer of data from one electronic device to another electronic device. The main purpose of data communication is to share the data among other people. For example, if I have some messages, or if I have some information, what I can do is, if I can share this information, it will be useful for other people. So in order to make it useful for other people, what I can do is, I can do data communications. Data communications is done using various components. Not only that, data communications encoding or decoding method, also known as encryption and decryption method. How does a data transfers? Simply an electronical pulse that needs to be moved from one place to another place. So whenever we need to transfer the data, there are certain things required. First of all is sender, next one is medium, the root, next one is receiver, and the last one is protocol. Okay, so for transferring the data, these all components are required. So what are they? Actually, what are they? So first of all is sender. Sender is the person who wants to share the data. For example, if I want to share the data, then I am the sender. Okay. Next one is media. Media are the routes, the electronical routes through which data has to be passed from one device to another device. Without connectivity, without connecting to another device, we cannot share the data. We have to get linked. Okay, we have to get interlinked with other computers, which is only possible with medias. Either it can be wireless media or wired media. Similarly, there is a receiver. Receiver means the individual that receives the information from the sender. Okay, so receiver is also required, because whenever you are sending the data, you have to send to a particular person or to a particular area. Next one is protocol. Protocols are simply rules. For example, when you go to school, there are some rules that has to be followed by the student. Like that same way, whenever you are transferring the data, you have to follow some rules, or the electronic device has to follow some rules. Okay, protocols will help you to guide the data, how to pass from media. Okay, so let me go to the next slide. Next one is the data transmission method. While transferring or while doing data communications, there are some methods through which you can do data communications. Okay, there are two types of signals through which you can provide data or do data transmissions. First one is analog. Analog refers to the continuous following of a wave signals. Okay, so an analog device or an analog signal is basically a transfer of a data in a continuous wave. Okay, the signal will be measured in volt or hertz. Okay, the best example for analog signal data communication is radio broadcasting. There are some advantages of analog signal and there are some disadvantages of analog signal. So first of all, the advantage is multiple devices can be joined easily, or multiple device can be connected easily. Similarly, less chances of data loss. And the disadvantage is EMI, a condition that occurs when electromagnet is present around the signal which causes disturbance in the data retrieval. For EMI, I just want to give an example. I think you may sometime experienced it. Whenever you are nearby some speaker, okay, whenever you are nearby some speaker, Bluetooth speaker or electronic speaker, and you receive a phone or you receive a call from other person, at the time the speaker makes a little bit different kind of noise. It will create some kind of noise. That noise is known as EMI, which is caused by electromagnetic interference. Okay, it happens when there is some other magnetic devices are present nearby your electrical device. Okay, it is mainly used to transmit in one directional. Yeah, of course, analog signal cannot be bidirectional, so it can transfer the data only on a single way. Next one is digital. A digital signal is a process of transferring the data using digital or binary value. Okay, for transferring the data through mobile or computer, there are some advantages. Similarly, same there are some advantage of digital signal and there are some disadvantage of digital signal. So let me tell you some advantage of it. Cheaper equipment and simple setups. In order to create a digital signal, you do not need to waste a lot of money. It is simple and it is very much cheap in nature. You can simply set up at your home. In digital signal or digital transmissions, both directional data transfer is possible. Means you can transfer the data from sender to receiver, at the same time receiver to sender at once. Okay, and another best advantage of digital signal is less affected by EMI. Previously we had talked about EMI, electromagnetic interference. Less chances is there on digital signal. Similarly, disadvantage of digital signal is signal can be passed one direction at a time. Next one is possibility of data loss. In digital signals, data get collide. Data get collide whenever there is a traffic on the route, or we can say that media. Whenever there is a traffic on the media or electric pulses, if there are a lot of data that has to be passed, then sometimes the data get collide. Okay, sometimes the data get collide. At that time we may lose the data. Okay, so these are the data transmission mode or method and their advantage and disadvantages. Similarly, let's go to next topic. So there are three type of mode. Mode means the process of sending the data, the method of sending the data. There are three type of mode. One is simplex, another is half duplex, and the next one is full duplex. If you can see over here, I have given you the example also on the side of the presentations. Okay, so let me define it. Simplex is a way of transferring the data in only one direction. You cannot send the data both of the direction. Either the sender can only send the data, it cannot be sent by the receiver. Okay, it is mostly used by the TV channels or cabling companies to provide cables. Okay, if you can see, I have given an example over here. Okay, next one is half duplex. Half duplex, in this mode, data can be sent and received but one at a time. In this mode, the data can be sent and it has to wait for a while until and unless it will complete the transmission. Okay, transmission of the data. Then the receiver can also send the data. The best example for half duplex is walkie-talkie. If you can see, walkie-talkie, whenever if you have experienced or if you have seen the walkie-talkie, the sender will give some command and he get paused. Okay, he get paused. Why he get paused? Because it is half duplex mode and it can either send once or receive the data. So he has to wait for a while in order to get the transmission of data complete, then he can receive the data. Okay, and similarly there is full duplex. Full duplex means you can send the data and receive the data at the same time, which the best example will be your network, telephone network or phone networks, whatever it may be. So here are some medias that are used in data communication. Medias, as I already explained you, media is basically the electronical route through which data has to pass from sender to the receiver. Otherwise, it is impossible to send the message. So there are two types of medias. One is bounded, also known as shield media, and another is unbounded, also known as unshield media. So bounded media, what is a bounded media? By the name it is clear, bounded means covered or it has a territory. Okay, so bounded media are those media where the data pass in a particular route. In a particular route. If you can see at your home, there are so many electrical wires. Okay, there are so many electrical wires. Does electricity passes outside of the wire? It is impossible. So that kind of media in data communication also we have to bound some of the media, some of the data for long connections or distance connections. At the time we have to use bounded media. What it does is it helps you to speed up the data transmission. At the same time it will help you to get less data loss. Okay, next one, unbounded or unshielded media. In this media, data are broadcasted within a limit using a frequency or signals. Okay, as already previously I have given you the example of simplex. Same like that, you can say that in this unbounded media the data will be passed using the electrical frequencies. It will be analog signal and the device will be sending the data. For this, radio station will be the best example for you guys. If you can see in radio stations, there will be radio station, at the same time they will have their frequency tower. Okay, frequency tower through which they will do the broadcasting. So whenever they are broadcasting, they are passing the signal from their transmitters, and the same signal is captured by your radio devices. By adjusting the frequency, for example 92.5 megahertz. So same like that, if you have to adjust the frequency and it will capture the frequency of 92.5 which is broadcasted by the radio station, and you will be able to hear the sound which is converted by the radio. Similarly, let's go to the type of bounded media. There are three types of bounded media. One is twisted pair cable, next one is coaxial cable, and the third one is fiber optic cable. Twisted pair cable are common cable that are used for networking or for data communications, which is made of several small insulated wires which are twisted together. If you can see the picture over here as I have on my presentation, so this one is twisted pair cable, this one is also twisted pair cable, but there is a slight difference in the type of twisted pair cable. There are two types of twisted pair cable. One is shielded twisted pair cable and another is unshielded twisted pair cable, also known as STP and UTP. If you can see on shielded twisted pair cable, there is a metallic protective layer present on the wire. If you can see unshielded twisted pair cable, there is no metallic cover. Okay, so this is the simple difference between twisted and untwisted twisted pair cable. Similarly, I want to go for coaxial cable. A coaxial cable is a type of a cable that consists of a conductor surrounded by insulating layer shield. Okay, if you can see here, okay, this is the shield that is present on coaxial cable, which helps to protect the main cable, which you can see over here. Okay, it is mainly used on the headphone, earphones, TV setup box, etc. connections. Okay, next one is fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable is the latest technology cable which is used for internet. Okay, which helps to transfer the data in the speed of light. It consists glass or plastic thread that helps to transmit the data. It is not affected by EMI, electromagnetic interference. Sorry. Next one, we'll go for unbounded media. There are simple unbounded media that are given over here: infrared transmission, radio transmission, microwave transmission. Infrared transmission is mostly used in the mobile technology since 4 years. Okay, it was introduced by Nokia. There is a small infrared ray that emits from the device, and it has to be touched or it has to be linked with another infrared device in order to make a connections. Similarly, let's go to the radio transmission. As I already explained you previously, radio transmission means similarly broadcasting the frequencies, and it will be captured by the radio device that has the antenna. Next one is microwave transmission. A microwave transmission device produces microwave signals across the microwave link. This technology requires an open space as its signal cannot penetrate the object. If there is an opaque object between the microwave signals, then it will get disturbed. Okay. Now let me go to the term. Simple terms are there that are used in the networking. You have to understand it whenever you are asked question. For example, what is node, what is NIC, what is an NOS? You have to give the example, short and sweet example. So there are some terms that you have to use. Okay. First one is node. Next one is server. Next one is network media, then NIC, then networking operating system, and network protocol. So what are nodes? Nodes are basically the point in which the computers are connected together. Okay, as you can see on this diagram, there are round dots over here. These dots are called node, where the computer has connected with each other. Okay. Next one is server, a powerful computer in a network that can process the request of the client computer and provide data and information to them. So server is very much powerful and expensive computer that is set up in a location to which we will send the request for some services. When we request for some services, the services will be examined by the server and the related information will be provided to us. For example, if you log into Facebook, what you have to do is you have to write down your username and your password, and you will click on to the login button. At the time you are requesting the server to let you in their server and utilize the services provided by the Facebook. Okay. Next one is network media, already defined to you. Those medias are already defined: bounded medias, unbounded media, type of the bounded and unbounded media. Next one is NIC, network interface card. This NIC device is already presented on your computer. If you can see, it will be on a T shape, okay, where the RJ45 cable will be inserted. Next one is a network operating system. A network operating system is simply an operating system or a system software that will help you to access the internet. Okay. Next one is network protocol. I have already discussed. So thank you guys for today. On upcoming videos, I'll be covering the topics of the following. The first one will be network model, next one will be network category, next one topologies and the devices and the software that are required to create a network. If you guys like our videos, then please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.
Glow Shine Academy Secondary School, Khairani 8, Parsa, Chitwan.